Good afternoon. I want to talk to you today about something that's on a lot of our minds. What comes next after high school? More specifically, whether it's better to jump straight into college or take that gap year. Now, I get the appeal of a gap year. A break from school sounds pretty fun and nice after 12 straight years of waking up early, doing homework, and stressing out over grades. But here's the thing, as tempting as that break might sound, going to college right after high school is usually the smarter move. Now, let me explain. Number one, it's easier to keep your momentum going. Think about it. You've been in the rhythm of going to school for over a decade. You're used to deadlines, studying, being in the classroom, and keeping your brain active. Once you take a break from that routine, it's a lot harder to get back into it. And you might say, oh, it's just a year, but habits are powerful. The longer you're out, the harder it is to jump back in. According to a 2020 report from the U.S. Department of Education, students who delayed college enrollment are 64% less likely to complete a degree than those who go right away. Why? Because life gets in the way. You might get a job, start making money, and suddenly going back to school feels like a step backward, even though in the long term it's not. You see, going straight into college helps you maintain that learning momentum. You're already in study mode. Your brain is used to working hard and absorbing information. If you take a break and get used to that routine that doesn't require critical thinking or academic challenge, you'll have to put in the extra effort when you decide to return to that mindset later on. A study by the National Center of Education Statistics found that students who delay college enrollment are far more likely to drop out because they don't pick up the necessary habits again. That's a costly mistake that can be avoided by staying in the groove of education. For number two, you'll save money in the long run. Now let's be real. College is expensive, but delaying it doesn't make it cheaper. In fact, it can cost you more in the long run. Here's why. College graduates make more money, and according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, their average college graduate earns about $30,000 more per year than someone with just a high school diploma. That adds up to a little over $1 million over a lifetime. So, the sooner you get that degree, the sooner you can start earning more. If you take a gap year, you're not just pushing back your graduation, you're pushing back your earning potential, your career growth, and possibly your financial independence. That year off could cost you big in the future. But it's not just about the paychecks. Think about the opportunities that come with that degree. College can serve as a stepping stone into a career path that would be closed if someone that would be closed to someone without a degree. The connections you make, the internships you land, and the skills you gain are investments that will pay off over the course of your career. If you delay your risk, you're not just delaying your education, but your entire professional timeline. Number three, college opens doors, so the sooner the better. College isn't just about textbooks and exams, it's about discovering what you're passionate about and making connections and figuring out who you want to be. You meet new people, try new things, and open doors that you didn't even know existed. For example, my cousin Katie. She went straight into college and joined a student business organization her freshman year. That group led to an internship, which turned into a full-time job offer before she had even graduated. Now, she's working in a field she loves with zero college debt because her job helped her cover the last year of tuition. If she had taken that gap year, she might have missed all of that. So, timing matters. Opportunities don't always just lay around. Consider this. The longer you delay your college education, the more likely you are to miss out on opportunities that could change your life. Many of the best internships, research opportunities, or career building moments happen in the first few years of college. These experiences are often unavailable if you take a break or postpone your education. The early bird gets the worm, and in this case, the worm is a successful career. A gap year isn't always what you expect. Some people think a gap year will be full of travel, self-discovery, or amazing work experience. And yes, for a few people that's true. But for most, it ends up being a year of working part time or staying home trying to figure it out. In 2019, in a 2019 study from the National Center of Education Statistics, found that 10% of students who plan to take a gap year actually spent it doing something productive, like volunteering, interning, or traveling with purpose. The rest, well, mostly people worked in retail, stayed home, or ended up doing not much at all. That doesn't help your resume. That doesn't help your resume or prepare you for college. Plus, once you're out of that academic mindset, it's easy to lose motivation, and a lot of people just never go back. I've talked to several people who were excited about taking the gap year, only to find that it didn't give them much clarity or purpose like they expected. Instead of embarking on life-changing adventures, they found themselves just filling the time with short-term jobs or just hanging out. The expectations of a gap year are often much higher than the reality. The key here is that the idea of self-discovery during a gap year sounds great, but it can also be fleeting. College is one of the best environments for self-exploration because you're surrounded by the diverse ideas, people, and experiences. Waiting to discover your passions after a year of downtime can actually delay this process even further. College is about more than a career. It's about growth. Let's not forget that college is also a time where you grow as a person. You learn to manage your own time, live independently, and make decisions for yourself. It's like training wheels for adulthood. You're still learning, but in a supportive environment. The people you meet, the clubs you join, the late night talks in the dorms, these are things that shape you, and the sooner you start that journey, the sooner you start building your future. A lot of people think that college only means to an end, getting a job, but the truth is, college is about much more than that. It's about learning how to navigate life as an adult. It's about building your identity, your network, and your ability to make decisions in a fast-changing world. And all of that begins when you walk onto campus ready to learn and grow. I have a friend named Alex who took a gap year thinking he'd travel and find himself, but instead, he ended up working at a coffee shop and then just stayed there. The money was decent, the hours were flexible, and school started feeling like a hassle. Now, 5 years later, he's still there and he's constantly saying, man, I should have gone to college when I had the chance. On the flip side, my friend Jasmine went to college, and while the first year was tough, she stuck with it. Now she's graduating with job offers lined up, while Alex is thinking about how hard it would be to start from scratch. You don't need a gap year to take a break. A lot of people think that they need a gap year to breathe or recharge, but guess what? College builds breaks into the system. Summer, winter break, spring break, you'll have time to rest, to travel, or to work a little. You don't have to pause your education completely just to take care of yourself. Additionally, you can even take a semester off after a year of intense studying if you feel burned out. Most colleges offer the flexibility to take breaks while progressing toward graduation. This means you don't have to worry about missing out on self-care. There are always other ways to balance rest and education. Now look, I'm not saying that gap years are always bad. For some people, they work out. But for most, it's just a delay that leads to loss of momentum, missed opportunities, and delayed success. Going to college right after high school gives you the best shot of building the future you want sooner. You stay in the groove, you grow faster, you earn more, and you open doors that may never be opened again. So if you're standing at that fork in the road, wondering whether to take a break or to keep moving forward, my advice is to keep going. Your future self will thank you.